Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome to the Stuck Between series. My name is Hilary Pradia Watkins and I am the founder of the Stuck Between series. The Stuck Between series is a media platform that helps millennials get through the phases of life that make us feel stuck. So today I want to talk to you guys about my Stuck Between English and Spanish journey, because in my previous video I told you guys that I was going to Spain this summer and your girl went to Spain. I brought back my Spanish, yo hablo español completamente. I brought back my salsa moves. Hey. And I got so much to tell you guys. So this is a study abroad recap video. Next, host family experience. Whew. It was such a punch you in your face type of experience. I'm not gonna lie. It was probably the most uncomfortable situation I've ever been in my entire life. First of all, living with people that you love is already hard. So living with strangers is even crazier. Living with strangers that speak a different language is even crazier. Living with people of different culture is crazy. So it's a very, very shocking experience. Not only for me as a student, but I'm sure for them as a family. So prior to going to my study abroad trip experience, I completed a questionnaire just about some of the things that I like and I don't like about my living preferences. For example, do I wake up early in the morning? Do I have any food restrictions? Am I allergic to anything? If I wanted a single room, you know, what are some extra things that the host needs to know about you? So I felt like I gave enough information to where they would be clear about my expectations living with them. I also made sure my professor knew and understood that I am an older student. I'm 25, I'm married. I'm gonna move differently than a student that's a sophomore in college that's 19 or 20. I wanted to make sure that I got placed with a family who could understand where I was in my life. Yes, I'm here for the experience, but I also want to kick it and I also want to have a good time and I also want to be free to come and go. Now, if there are restrictions, maybe I need to live in a dorm, but I wanted to make sure that my professor knew that I wanted to get all of what Spain had to offer. And if Spain has to offer something at 1 a.m., I want to be able to go see what that is, you know? So the only information that I got prior to me going abroad was that my host family consisted of a mother, a daughter, and husband. When I got there, it was something completely different. That added to the dynamic as well because I wasn't expecting that. I was told that the daughter was 30, she's actually 40. So there was like a lot of misinformation that was given to me. And so the misinformation that was given to me impacted my experience very, very great. I don't really think they were given a description of who I was, so I don't know who they expected. I don't know if they've hosted a black girl before, so I also think that that added to their experience as well. And I don't know what type of like experiences they've had with black people before, if any at all, but we're a different type of people. There is a such thing as black culture, and it's not Spanish culture, and it's not bad or good, it's just very, very different. So I think that if they would have been aware of who was coming into their home, they probably could have made different arrangements, or I could have been placed somewhere else. But to sum up what I'm saying, to keep this video short and sweet, I did not have a good host family experience. Prior to me going, I talked to my two friends that are also African-American women, and they loved their host family experiences. So I took the information that they gave me and went into it with an open mind, and did not have the best time. So of course me and my host family are not on bad terms. When I left, I bought them flowers and said and gave them a card and gave them my well wishes and thanked them so much for opening up their home to me. But if I had to do it over again, I would have lived in a dorm, or I would have requested a host family who wanted to engage with an older student that was willing to be flexible, because I felt like my host family wasn't flexible. And let me just say, before I move on from having a host family, your host family can make or break your study abroad experience. To have a good study abroad experience with your academics and stuff like that, because they work together. And the universities and the families, they work together. So I would just say, if you're thinking about studying abroad, make sure that you do your research on the host family if you can. Talk to the coordinator of the study abroad program and let them know this is serious to me and I want to have a good time, but I also want to make sure that I make the best out of this opportunity, and I want to just make sure I have enough information to see if I even want to live with the host family. Our class decided to go to Portugal, and actually I posted my first vlog in the video prior to this one, so if you want to go watch it, you'll kind of see how their Portugal trip started and how our professor told us about it. So make sure you go check out the video as well. So we went to Portugal as a class for about for the weekend. I actually did my own thing, and I'm so happy that I did that. But Portugal, honestly, Porto is literally my most favorite place that I visited, because it was so awesome. Like, the people were so kind, the food was so good, the city was so beautiful. I literally just had the time of my life in Portugal, and I would easily go back. So I really do think Porto is my favorite city, to be honest. I thought I was gonna love Barcelona. I ended up hating Barcelona because it's so touristy that it doesn't really feel like the culture is really there. So didn't like Barcelona. Loved Madrid. Madrid is so unassuming, it's so historical, so beautiful, and I think that's my favorite city that I visited in Spain. And then I visited my college roommate, Nora. She was actually on a study abroad trip to America. That's how we met, and we just so happened to be roommates in college, my senior year of college. And so of course I was not gonna go to Europe without seeing my girl. So I spent 2 days in Germany. It felt like I was there a week. We had so much fun, and I didn't expect to enjoy Germany as much as I did, but it's such a beautiful place, and we went to so many different cities. We had a really good time in Germany, so I would definitely go back. Also, my professor made sure that we did something on the weekends. Every single weekend we had an excursion. So the first weekend we went to Portugal. The second weekend I actually got sick. I had a sinus infection. I didn't get a chance to go to the second experience because I was so sick. And then the third weekend we went to Vigo, Spain, which that was okay. I mean, I could have done without it, but it was a cool experience, just to see another city. Once you start getting used to seeing cathedrals and beautiful buildings, I'm not gonna say it doesn't phase you anymore, but I'm just saying I don't have to go all the way to another city just to see it. So on the weekends, that's what we did. There's so much more to this trip that I should unravel, but overall I would say my study abroad experience was great. If I had to do it all over again, I would in a heartbeat. I enjoyed getting to know different people. I enjoyed just having interactions with different people every single day. I enjoyed the staff, and I think the staff were really kind to the students, except for my first professor, but you know, that's over, so hey. If you're watching part 1, make sure you go ahead and watch part 2. If you've watched part 2, make sure you stay tuned for the next video. I have a vlog up as well entitled University Life. Make sure you press that subscribe button so you can stay connected, so you'll be alert, you'll be aware of what's going on here at the Stuck Between series.